Hi, my name's Farah and I did IB from 2011 till 2013, so I finished last year. And Miss Keys has asked me to talk a little bit about CAS and do's and don'ts and that kind of thing. So I'll start by saying that CAS, although people do see it as a bit of a bore and a bit unnecessary, but I actually think it's a really great opportunity to get all of your extra activities done, which will actually make you a better applicant when you go to apply for universities and when you go for jobs and things like that. It just shows you're a far more rounded person, and it's brilliant that it's already included in the curriculum. So you can do it in a school day and you can get everything done in a year, which makes it so easy and simple, so why not do it? So first of all, I'm going to talk about three things, three do's in choosing your activities. So first of all, do something you enjoy. And secondly, do something different. And then thirdly, do loads of things. So on to my first point, do something you enjoy. My example of this would be that I signed up for Duke of Edinburgh thinking that it's great, I love to be out in the countryside, I love to walk, and I love the fact that it takes up a lot of time, so it would cover lots of my CAS hours. But then I actually went on the expedition and absolutely hated it, and I really hated going there every Saturday. So then I thought, what's the point in doing this? So I stopped doing that and I took up different activities, which I actually enjoyed, and it just made CAS so much more fun and enjoyable. Like, if you're going to spend your time doing something, it may as well be something you want to do. You don't want to drag yourself along. And there are so many different things to do at Bromsgrove and outside of Bromsgrove, which means that you don't want to waste time doing something that you don't want to be turning up to. And secondly, do something different, because I did a few things different. Like, I did knitting, which was very different, and I volunteered as a lighting technician, and I did debating, which was really different to what I was used to, and I also did makeup for the school production. And all of these things being so different and versatile, it gave me so much more to talk about when I went to do my UCAS application. And also just so much more to talk about generally, and it's so much more interesting to do something different because it's an opportunity again that you're probably not going to get again. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, really. And my third point is do loads of things. Like, I've already mentioned that I've done quite a few different things, so just take every opportunity you have to just do as many different things as you can, because it doesn't matter really whether one thing gives you loads of hours or not. You can just do a bit of this and a bit of that, and it all adds up, and you will find that if you just make sure that you're always doing activities, that you will manage to do everything in a year. That's creativity and the action and the service. You should be able to do it all pretty soon. So I've talked a little bit about choosing your CAS activities, so now I want to talk about how you practically keep up your CAS reflections. So I've got 3 points again for this. So firstly, do your reflections every week. This is so crucial, because there are a few weeks where I didn't do it and then it'd catch up on me, and then it would take me about an hour or two to then spend like my time going through what I had done in the last month, and it's really hard and you end up making things up and it takes longer. Whereas if you do it in a week, it takes you 10 or 20 minutes, say on the Saturday once you've done all your activities, just to go through everything. Not even that probably. And it just means you keep on top of it so much easily, and then it means when it comes to the end of the 18 months when you finish your CAS, you've got it all done and covered. Secondly, be quite selective in what you say in your CAS reflections, because on the CAS reflections you have an option to tick what areas you've reached, and I think there's 8 different areas, like whether you've had a global effect or whether it was about initiative and all of these things. Actually be selective in what you say, because it shows that you're reflecting a lot more, so that then when it's checked that they'll see that you've really considered what you've been doing. And also in what you say, feel free to waffle a little bit, because I know that going to football training or something isn't always the most exciting thing, so you could take something small and waffle a little bit, but always base it on the truth. That's what I've learned. And thirdly, when it comes to writing your reflections, try and be creative. Don't just stick to text because it just looks really boring when you come to look at it, even by yourself. It just looks so boring seeing so much text. So make sure you get a few photos, maybe even videos. And the other thing I found useful was to upload documents. So say if we had a meeting, because for my group CAS project where we had to plan something, we organised an event for elderly people for Christmas, for a Christmas party, and we had loads of meetings and events to plan, and I just uploaded our meeting plans for that, and that was actually quite good evidence. And I know that taking photos and things like that can be a bit awkward, so I would say just get it done in the first 2 weeks of the activity, then you've got a few pictures and you don't have to worry about it. That's everything really. But what I really want to say is CAS is really easy, really simple. Don't be bothered by it, just make sure you get everything done as soon as you can, and you should be able to get everything done really quickly. Miss Keys is great to work with, and I hope you have a great 2 years doing IB. Thank you. Goodbye.